Alright, welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 tutorial, and today we are going to be talking about while loops. While loops are a way to run specific lines or specific code based on a condition. I will say that while loops are a little tricky in Unreal, not so much that they're tricky to learn or to understand, but Unreal doesn't handle while loops the best. So you don't have to use a while loop in Blueprint. I recommend that you use it in C++, but I'm just showing you guys what a while loop is and the basic concept behind it. Okay, so go ahead, guys, and open up your content drawer just like so. Go ahead and find the all folder, then you can go ahead and click here. Now you can right click and make a new folder like I've already done and name it Blueprints by clicking right click and doing new folder. And then you name it Blueprints. I then come into here. Here is my blueprint actor for while loop. Then you can right click here and do new blueprint class, and then I did an actor. Okay, an actor is anything that can be placed in your scene with a transform. Alright, here is my blueprint actor, and if you don't have your screen set up like so, you can always set it up here by accessing the Windows tab here and then dragging the appropriate windows in the appropriate place. I have my components, my blueprint, my viewport, and then my event actor. So I went ahead and just made a basic cube for this example. You can make whatever you want, but let's go ahead and now look at the syntax for a while loop. So to create a while loop, you're just going to right click on the mouse here and type in while loop. And there it is. So let's look at what this takes. This will take obviously an event pin that tells it when to execute. And then here is your condition. The condition is always a Boolean because it's either true or false. No in between. Either the condition is true or false. If the condition is false, then it's going to go ahead and come off here. Or excuse me, if the condition is true, then it's going to go ahead and run whatever is in the loop body. This is your specific lines of code that you want to run based on your condition. Then, after that's all done and completed, it will then drag out to this execution pin. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at a nice little example here. I'm going to go ahead and create a variable here and call it player health. Again, using some Pascal case here. And then I have my float here as well. I'm going to go ahead and recompile my blueprint and set this to 100, just like so. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and check for equality. So if the player health here is equal to 90, then this will run. Or actually, let's set it equal to 100. Okay, so if my player health at the start here, which it is equal to 100, then the while loop will run, and it will continuously run until this is no longer the case. So I'm going to go ahead and print running here. Boom. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and hold Alt, drag this, and now I'm going to set the player health to not 100, let's say 50. Boom. Okay. All right. So then when it's completed, I'm going to go ahead and print complete. Boom. All right. So essentially this is going to run at the start of the game. It's going to look through here. It's going to run. Then after it's running, it's going to finish here by setting the player health to 50. This condition will no longer be satisfied, and then it will print the complete string here. Okay, let's go ahead and see this in action here. And as you see, it did just that. Now, the thing to keep in mind with while loops is that they are based on conditions. So the amount of times that a while loop will run is not set on runtime, meaning it's not set at the start of the game. That is the primary difference between a for loop and a while loop. Is a while loop is based on a condition. So the amount of times that a while loop will run is variable. It's variable based on what happens in the game. And believe it or not, the event tick is actually an example of a while loop. It's a certain point in the game loop where you essentially have passed an entire rendering frame and it's trying to do the next logic. Right? So that's essentially the example tick here essentially runs continuously throughout the game. This is actually another example of a while loop as well. But if you wanted to use a while loop for a specific thing, here it is. Now, I will say while loops can be a little bit finicky to use in Blueprint. So again, I won't go into all the details, but if you can, try and use it in C++. If you don't know how to do that, that's okay. We'll make videos on that later, but I just wanted to show you guys the basic concepts and how to put a while loop in your scripts. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comments, and I will see you all in the next one.